Hello friends, today we shall be talking about how to make the best utilization of the lockdown period. Now in the very first place we need to understand why are we focusing too much on this lockdown period. So my take on this is just like saying that you are getting additional 24 hours for having invested those 24 hours. Now what I mean by this is a day which is going by is a day which is not being counted at all under this lockdown period. Let us try and understand it like this. And in turn you are getting one additional day. I mean, as it is, the day has already gone by, you have already got experienced, but you are getting one more day for the day which has gone by. So those many number of days which are going by, you are getting those many days. The second thing which is important here is, now under this lockdown period, the very first thing that you need to understand, or let's say the very first thing which is very important for you is unlock yourself. Now when I say unlock yourself, why am I suggesting you to do this? Now unlock yourself to do things on your own. So this down has to be understood as do plus own, where O becomes common to both. Now when you're unlocking yourself, what is the objective behind? The objective behind is to make you self-reliant, self-sufficient, self-dependent. Rather than always talking about, dependency, because you're already getting some extra period. Now in this extra period, the focus should be on developing some skills. Now when I say developing some skills, I mean, when you say that you're unlocking yourself to either learn something new that you would have never done till date, or learn something with a fresh perspective which you have already done in the past. Right? So now talking about things that you have already done in the past and you need to learn them, that should start with the process of unlearning them first. Because when you unlearn them, it's just like you're trying to reboot yourself. So reboot yourself if you want to do something that you have already done in the past and you want to have a fresh take or a fresh perspective on it. Or you can utilize this period to have to do something that you have never done in life. Now having said this, what is the objective of suggesting you these two things? I mean, am I supposed to do only academic things under this lockdown period? No. You can choose to do both academic or non-academic things, and further you can divide them into something that you have already done in the past or something that you are trying to do for the very first time. So let us say all these four cases, what is the ulterior motive behind? The motive behind is to unlock yourself for some fresh or new opportunities which helps you to become self-sustainable, self-dependable. Right? Okay. Now whatever we have talked about in the last 3 to 4 minutes, why is this being suggested? This is being suggested because life, I mean, why should I say that I am doing something to become better, or let us say I'm preparing for some competitive exam, I can utilize this period to prepare for a competitive exam or to better my result. No, life itself is a competition. Why should I wait for a competitive exam? So when we are suggesting you, or I am suggesting you to do something, that is to help you to tide over life as a competition. Right? So coming back, so the focus should be on skill building. The focus should be on skill building. Now this skill building could be for an academic purpose, maybe for a non-academic purpose as well. This may also be for something that you have already done in the past and now you want to do it once again after you would unlearn them and then do it in a fresh manner, or you are doing something for the very first time. But whatever you are doing, whether you're doing academic or non-academic, or you're doing something for the very first time, or you're doing the same thing that you have already done in the past in a different manner, whatever, all said and done, the focus should be building skill set. Now why are you being suggested to build a skill set? Because skill is something that makes you competent, The moment you become competent, you become capable. The moment you have all the three sets, I mean, I'm talking about you are skilled also, you're competent also, you're capable also. Next thing that comes into picture here is your capacity of learning, your capacity of facing challenges, your capacity of doing something that you have not done in the past, your capacity of doing something that you have already done in a different manner increases. And once all these things have been taken care of, the last thing that you get is you get a lot of acknowledgement for all these things. I mean, talking about your skill set, talking about your competency, talking about your capability, talking about your capacity from the rest of the world. Right? So I feel that this is a very productive time wherein you can make the best use of your own capabilities. Now, having said this, what is the next step to this? The next step to this is when you are unlocking yourself, you are unlocking yourself for what? You are unlocking yourself for self-sufficiency. The process of self-sufficiency begins from where? It begins from mentoring, monitoring, and motivating yourself. I hope I have made myself clear. You become self-sufficient only when you get the right kind of mentoring, followed by monitoring of the mentoring that is being done, and motivation is something that should be a constant feature. Because if the motivation is not there, then every time you will require a justification for what you are doing. Correct? The final point which is important here is because we always looking for external help. So let us for the time being try and understand that we need to get outside the system now. So there are two ways in which I can flourish or I can think of doing something. One is remaining inside the system and doing as the system wants you to do, or you, let's say the lockdown period wherein you want to come out of the system and want to do the things your own way. Now, in either of the cases, you need to explore yourself. So the process of mentoring should start from you yourself. You are your greatest mentor. Do not looking for a mentor from the outside world. You are your greatest mentor because you know yourself the best. You know yourself the most. So when you are exploring yourself, mentoring starts with exploring yourself to the fullest. Now, when you are exploring yourself, naturally you will talk about, am I skilled? Do I have that competency? You'll be filled with too many ideas. Now, getting filled with ideas is not bad, and let us not qualify the ideas. I mean, we should not say whether an idea is good or bad. Every idea is good. But the next thing after we are full of ideas that we should talk about is the feasibility of the ideas. I mean, whether it is really feasible or not. When I say feasibility is it possible at all on earth or not? And if it is possible, can I make it possible for myself, or should I look in for some external help? So there are two ways of helping yourself. One is you're looking for some external help, or you're looking for some internal help. I would say that internal help should always be there. Even if you're looking for an external help, as goes an adage, God only helps those who want to help themselves, or those who wish to help themselves. So that internal help should always be on. The external help should be sought as and when required. Right? So I hope whatever we have discussed today was really helpful to you. If you feel that this is really informative, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. If you want us to help you in a greater way, please put it in the comment section so that we can address your queries. Right? Thank you so much. Until next time we meet. Goodbye.